Oh, yes, and after my second year, it wasn't like Sabia had told me they used to wait for 9 months or so to get into BA Part 1. 9 months, yes. No, Sabia told me 9 months or 6 months. Yeah, some very long months. They used to wait after completing their intermediate to get into BA Part 1 and start the classes again in St. Joseph's College. This time for us, the rules changed and there was no 6 months waiting or 9 months. Like Sabia told me, I've forgotten how many months actually. So, but there were quite a many months. For us, it was like a few days or a month or so. So during that time when I went to the principal's house, she asked me to work for her in St. Joseph's College for the admissions. And so I was working there. And I also became the waitress for asking the teachers and giving the teachers, food, lunch, in our lunch break. So while working there, what happened is, Mr. Velos, be sure you are, Jesus Christ has said, be sure you are fully paid. So, and your right hand should not know what your left hand should not know what your right hand is giving. So I was into all these random acts of mischief. And so Mr. Velos from St. Joseph's Canteen agreed with me that every once a week or so, when like every other day or something, that he knows how to show that, the money that I used to give some money, so he would show that I didn't give the money for the teacher's lunch break or the refreshments break. And so Mr. Velos, thanks to him, we got through this for some weeks during the admissions, first year admissions time, where I was working. The principal had put me there in charge. And Mr. Velos kept my secret so well. I'm so grateful to Mr. Velos. He didn't tell the principal. We did it like two partners in crime. But our crime was that we were doing random acts of goodness. Jesus Christ has said, be sure you are fully paid. If you tell your acts of random kindness, then this would be a sin. So we hid this, and today I'm saying this like I've said it before also. Now what's happened to me is I'm compelled. Before I had told myself, come what may, don't open your mouth about your kindness acts or charitable acts. And the principal who had kept me in charge of these girls, a senior to me, they were in second year now. So the group of girls, the head of that group came crying, blaming me that I've taken most of the work and that I'm bossing them around and all this. And so the reason why even some of the teachers agreed there, the too many brought spoil the thing, the dish, the whatever. Too many broths spoil the broth. So actually, I was doing this with Mr. Velo's help, that every now and then I would give money, and every week when he would have to give the account. So how did he have to hide this, that I'm giving the money for this? Sometimes the refreshments for the teachers and the students who are working under me, from second year, the students who are working under me. So he said he would do it, and he didn't let a whisper reach the principal or anyone. I'm so grateful to him. I don't mean to put Mr. Velos in trouble, but what these Christians are, they are so amazing. We didn't do any mischief, actually. I was just doing these random acts of kindness that I had read in a book written by a foreigner. Random acts of kindness without letting people know that it is you. And of course, this is like in our Muslim religion too. So this girl, the head of the group that was working, and then principal put me in charge, she came crying and all, and blaming me. And I had to get a cold drink for her. And she kind of made her group go against me, that I'm doing all the work because I want to be in the limelight, and all that. And so it was so embarrassing for me. In front of the teachers, she brought her group. One day she decided that she is going to blame me for taking up all the work and not letting them come in the limelight. And so when the principal had already told me that on this date your work will finish, so when the date came, I didn't go up to the principal to say if can I want to leave. And she did complain to me that you didn't come, you didn't tell me that you were leaving now. I mean, it was kind of implied that I would leave on this day. My work was done, and I didn't. I even told these girls who were under me to, go and complain to the principal against me, that I'm trying to take your work and I'm taking the limelight. And so you take up everything you like, but not this thing about the refreshments of the teachers and the group, all of us who were working there for admissions, first year admission time. And so the principal, like this, became quite contemptible of me, that I didn't even go to tell her, Miss, I'm leaving now. Like you had said, this is the last day of my work in the admission period for first year. And she said, you didn't even come to tell me that you were leaving. Or someone else conveyed to me that you didn't go to the principal to tell her you were leaving. And maybe that this was extended, the admissions were extended, and she could want you for a further period of time.